And we begin with a story that has really striking revelations, and it's from inside the Trump cabinet meeting. This is something where we're going to learn a lot in the next couple of moments. You may have heard a little bit about it. But I'm going to go through the evidence and facts here because it paints a picture of the Trump White House and a lot of what Elon Musk is up to in a way that's different from what we've heard in public from all the usual PR, political press conferences, and efforts to tell a certain story. We're now going to go behind the scenes together. This is reporting that shows what many would call a dysfunctional White House. And you'll see why. People at war with themselves and each other over the effort to basically dismantle large parts of the federal government by someone who doesn't run the federal government and wasn't elected to the position, Elon Musk, clashing with the very people the president also picked to be in charge of these departments. We often hear different stories in the news, as you know, but this is from the New York Times. Credit to their reporters for getting this story out. It is a bombshell. The Times reports that Musk ended up in a clash with much of the cabinet on Thursday this week and laced into these other officials, some of whom are important. If you're picked to run the State Department, you're a pretty important official within the government. To put it clearly, we are talking about an unelected billionaire sitting in on these important meetings and going at people in very intense terms. The substance matters, as well as, quite frankly, the emotion and the gossip, as it all plays into how this government is being run. Musk went at Secretary of State Rubio, according to the New York Times, basically saying that Rubio was not firing anybody. "You have fired nobody," Musk said. Rubio responded, "What about the more than 1,500 State Department officials who took early retirement in buyouts? Didn't they count as layoffs?" Rubio then sarcastically asked if Musk wanted him to rehire all those people just to make a show of firing them again. These are two people at odds over the department that Rubio runs. The subtext there is about who is being honest or accurate and who is just trying to put on a show. Musk, unimpressed, told Rubio he was good on TV, but not much else. Both of these men have risen in their careers through public show. Rubio ran for president, Musk was on the campaign trail, and both have made themselves into a big deal in public. But in private, they deride each other, saying, "You're not for real." The Times reports that the meeting was hastily scheduled because Trump's cabinet members, the most important people he's picked to run the agencies, had reached a breaking point about what they call Elon Musk's chainsaw approach to the cuts. The meeting was in the cabinet room with 20 officials in attendance. Then, the Veterans Affairs Secretary, Doug Collins, took the opportunity to criticize Musk's approach to firing veterans and officials who work at the VA. One of them even spoke out this week. What's interesting here is the dissent. The concern is internal. It's not just people protesting or being ousted from the government. This is Trump's pick for the VA, saying Musk should not wield a blunt instrument and just cleave off everyone from Veterans Affairs. They need to be strategic. Then you have Shaw Duffy, who runs transportation, also going at Musk. "What am I supposed to do, Mr. Musk?" Duffy asks, according to the Times report. "I have multiple plane crashes to deal with now, and your people want me to fire air traffic controllers." The question makes the argument that this sounds absurd, dangerous, even. Musk responds by calling Duffy's assertion a lie. Mr. Musk told Mr. Duffy his assertion was a lie, the Times reports. Throughout all of this, Trump, who used to do pretend boardroom meetings on his reality show, sat back in his chair, arms folded, as if he were watching a tennis match. The meeting ended, and Trump said that he does support Musk's ongoing cuts but that cabinet members are supposed to run their agencies. Trump said something that is actually a restoration of what the rules are supposed to be. It is a sign of dysfunction, and many experts would say failure, that the president, with all his power, had to say this out loud. I really want to emphasize this because it's extraordinary reporting, and that's why we're leaving it up on the screen. The Times has quite the scoop here, quoting Trump saying, "From now on, secretaries would be in charge. The Musk team would only advise." Translation: That's a demotion for Elon Musk.